welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be all about IsaDora and loads of their products because I have a ton of stuff. Whoops. I have a ton of things to show you, including some lovely face products, and I was very kindly sent a lot of their new Nude Essentials Spring Summer 15 collection to try out, as well as some of their hero products, which are some of their kind of most loved products. And when I was at the blogger event earlier on this month, part of our goodie bags, not just part, there was loads of IsaDora stuff in our goodie bags as well, so it just means that I have tons of IsaDora stuff at the moment. So I decided to do one big video, and because it was so much I hadn't got a chance to try everything, so this is kind of a first impressions demo video as we go along, and I have been very pleasantly surprised by a lot of them. So just keep watching to see what they are and how I like them and how they apply, and I will list everything below. So I'll start at the start and apply them in order of how I'd apply them. And the first product is this Protect Face Primer SPF 30, and I haven't even opened this yet. So the first ingredients are water and then something I don't recognise, then glycerin. So it doesn't seem to be necessarily a really heavily silicone based product by any means. And what does it say? Anti-aging, moisturising for all skin types. And I love that there's an SPF 30 in this, and it's definitely more creamy than silicone-y straight away. So I'll actually just use my fingers to spread this out. So this apparently contains what they call unique collagen peptides, which is good for wrinkles and plumping out the skin, for all skin types, and the no silicone feel. So this is really good for anyone who doesn't like that silicone finish to primers, which a lot of people I know aren't fans of. Now the next product, which I have tried because I was intrigued by it, I better put my hair back, is the foundation, and it is the IsaDora Nude Sensation Fluid Foundation. Now these ones with droppers are all the rage, and I know MAC are bringing out one soon. So I'll give it a good shake. I know it's water based. Contains vitamins. It contains a grape extract for cell detoxifying, hydrating, stimulating collagen. It's moisturising and soothing, and vitamin E as an antioxidant. So it's going to be medium coverage yet buildable, hydrating, and yeah, nude finish is what it says. So it is quite fluid. I'll go with that much first because the colour is a bit dark, even though this is the lightest colour, Nude Porcelain. It could do with being a tad lighter, but sure, we'll give it a go. And I'm going to use this guy, which is the Defined Buffer Brush by Zoeva, and pop that all over. I don't want to put too much on since it is a bit too dark. I'd say it's about half a shade darker than my actual face, but because my face is about half a shade darker than my neck, it means that it's a whole shade darker than my neck, if you know what I mean. It's very lightweight. It feels extremely comfortable on the skin. Even though it's hydrating, it's not at all sticky, and I do like the coverage so far. But like I said, I'm going to keep it very lightweight just because it is that wee bit too dark. The first ingredient of this is water, and then the second ingredient is silicone, which is like, you know, MAC Studio Fix Fluid or a lot of those ones. So I love the finish that gives to the skin. It's a lovely natural skin-like finish. It could definitely do with being a shade lighter though. So we'll move on to what I'm really in love with now, and it's I've only used them like really quickly once, but it's these guys here, which are the color correcting concealers. Now everything here so far, well actually I've only used two things so far. So the face primer is one of their regular line products, I'm pretty sure, or what they call their hero products. The foundation is new for Spring Summer 15, and then these guys are some of their regular products. I think these are some of their hero products. So this is the one I've used so far, so I'll stick with this rather than poke my fingers into the rest of them. But basically they're correcting and concealing like kits for like colour correction and just regular concealing. This is the one with the green for anti-redness. It also has a highlighter and then a concealer, and then more of a peachy one for dark circles. This is the same, except for instead of the green it has the lavender colour for kind of sallowness on the skin. And then this is your one for like more concealing and highlighting. And I'll just go with this for now. For my dark circles, I'm going to go into this kind of yellowy shade because I get very purple underneath the eye. So we'll see if this is going to be good for counteracting that. It's got a strong yellow as well, so I'll have to go over with my concealer shade, which is up here. So these two here are, no, this one here is concealer as well. So this is one, the yellow one is specifically for dark circles. which is good for anyone who has purple dark circles, not necessarily for anyone who has more blue dark circles, because it may actually give you more of a greenish cast. So in that case you'd be better off going with more of a salmon shade or a peach shade. And considering I'm not usually a big fan of using these kind of creams underneath my eyes, it's actually really, really nice. It's very, very lightweight. It has ever so slightly that kind of cream to powder feel to it, but not in a dry way by any means. You know, the feel of the concealer isn't too waxy or anything like that either. And I'm just popping the lightest shade then over my lids just to prime them. And because that one for dark circles is yellow based, I'm going to use it just on any redness around the face as well, rather than the other two. Just think it'd be a slightly better tone for me. I really, really like the texture of this so far on the skin. It's just not at all in any way overly heavyweight or cakey, but it's still given fairly decent coverage. A little bit. I'm kind of mixing between the two, the lightest shade and the yellowy shade. The highlighter I'll pop on in a sec. So these guys are £21.25, same as the primer. The primer is €21.25 as well, which isn't bad. And then the foundation is £23.25. So it's, you know, a little bit more than drugstore, but not quite premium prices. There's kind of a silky feel to these concealers, which is good for covering like a big area. Mightn't be great for blemishes, for actually like clinging to blemishes, but it's very, very nice feel. I think that colour alone is actually kind of fine under the eyes. And I'll just have a quick look at the ingredients. Yeah, it's kind of a silicone-y kind of concealer. Pop a little bit of the highlight here along the top, cheekbones, and it's quite a nice highlighter as well. There is quite a spongy feel to it. You can feel that it's kind of silicone-y, which I personally like. Okay, that's actually given really nice coverage, and I think it's kind of lightened up my face a little bit. Like, you can definitely put the lighter concealer around the central panels of the face to kind of help brighten it and lighten it a little bit. Okay, so I quickly threw on my brows off camera and just set my foundation with my Mineralized Skin Finish Natural and threw on a little bit of a contour, because they're literally the only things that I don't have to do the look with from IsaDora today. So I'll move on to some of the face products, and these guys are class. These are actually, again, part of their hero range, so from their usual line, but like their popular stuff. And this huge yoke here is their bronzing powder in Golden Tan, number 87. It's absolutely massive, but such a cool looking product, and I really like the shade of this because it's more of a golden colour rather than like red based or anything like that, and the shimmer in it is very, very subtle. So I'll try that in a minute. And then that guy is $26.75, which doesn't shock me at all for the size of it, and that's the lightest colour. There are 3 darker colours, so that's actually really good to know. And then this guy here is the Face Sculptor, and this is $25.50. It comes in Warm Peach and Cool Pink. So this one is the Warm Peach one. So it's this guy here with a bronzer, a blusher and a highlighter, so it's technically not a contour colour. It would be cool if they did one of these with a contour as well. And again, it's a lovely gold based bronzer. So I'm just going to match up these colours and just see do they match. They're very similar in colour. This one seems a little bit lighter. This one seems maybe a bit deeper, yeah. Perhaps a tiny bit warmer, but we'll give them a go anyhow. So I already did a tiny bit of a contour, like I said, and I'm going to go into the bronze colour here, the bronzer colour. Whoa. I might just go over that with my powder so that it's not too strong. Okay, we'll try that again. So we need to go very light-handed. I'm going to pop it off onto my tissue. There we go, that's much better. So be careful of how strong that applies, but it's a lovely shade. It's the kind of shade I'd go for when I do wear bronzer. And okay, I'm going to go into the peach colour now, so the blusher. I'm kind of just going over the bronzer. And again, it comes out quite strong, but it's really, really nice. I've actually already used this and I have been really, really liking it. And you do have to use kind of you know, a light enough hand with the blusher. So I'm just going to go over my face powder again. And then for the highlighter, I'm going to pop that. I'm just using the same brush for everything. It's the Luxe Cheek Finish by Zoeva from their new Rose Golden collection. So pretty. And that highlighter is lovely as well. So really lovely finely milled powders. They're not like very talky or horrible on by any means. So that's that guy. I probably won't throw this on just because I have enough on, but I'll swatch it quickly on the back of my hand. Very, very soft, and yeah, I was right, it does seem to be a little bit warmer, a tiny bit more red based, but still seems really nice. So next we'll move on to the eyes, and I was sent the eye colour bar, which is part of the new Spring Summer Nude collection, which is that lovely collection or selection of colours there. So there seems to be like 3 shimmers and 3 relative nudes in it. This one here is kind of a nude matte. This guy here is slightly more shimmery champagne. These two kind of taupey colours are a little bit more shimmery, and then these guys seem to be matte. And it's number 60 Nude Essentials. So this is going to be $17.50, and this is new, part of the new collection. So I'm going to apply the lightest colour underneath my brow. And this is my Zoeva Luxe Brow Highlight, or Luxe Brow Light. So that's nice. It has a wee bit of light reflection to it without it being like, you know, like ice or like a disco ball. And then for the inner corner, I'm going to use my Luxe Petite Crease, and I'm going to go into the second shade in and apply that just there around the tear duct area. So I'm not going to go out for anything too dark today because I have to go to the doctor after this. So I'll move over to one of these colours, perhaps this 4th one in, which is like kind of a mauvey pink colour, and just apply that all over the lid. Oh yeah, that's really, really pretty. It's kind of like a lighter version of maybe Shale by MAC or something like that. Really nice colour payoff, you know, very, you know, subtle enough colours. They're not crazy, so this will really appeal to anyone who likes their nude colours. And then I'm going to move over to the next colour, which is like it's a warm, definitely a red based warm brown, medium shade. Pop that into the crease, and it's really, really soft. So that's going on lovely first straight off. I'm just going to blend that out then with a dirty brush, but I just used this yesterday. So those have gone on lovely. So obviously I don't know how well they're going to last throughout the day or whatever, but I didn't use a proper primer to see how they get on, but really like how they've applied. So that is the eye colour bar. Then I'll move on to the like marker pen, which is something I'm not usually a big fan of, and I did already try this out quickly the last day to see if it worked, and it was fine. So I'm going to quickly just draw that on. And I hate the rigidness of these nibs, first of all. And they can be a bit of a pain to apply them over powders like eyeshadows, because the eyeshadow tends to dry them out. But we'll see. This is $11.95 as well, and it comes in black, and then this is the brown one. So that's actually gone really, really easily, and it's a nice shade, like a nice alternative to black. We'll do the other side and see how it goes. And I'm not going to be too particular about if they're even or not, but that's gone on really, really nice. So already it's a little bit better than some new ones I've tried, but just in general I know these don't last very long. But as far as these kind of marker pens go, I like this one straight away. One thing to note is that it does contain alcohol, which isn't the best thing, but I think all of them do, so that's probably me being a bit finicky. And then I did get the mascara, and this came in the blogger goodie bag, so I don't know the price or anything like that, and it's just a sample size. So this is their all day long lash super easy removal, so I assume it's obviously not waterproof. We'll pop that on and see how it looks. Ooh, I like these wands, these small little ones that are silicone and short little spikes, so straight away I think I'll probably like it. So as I'm applying it, I can feel that the bristles or the spikes are a little bit more rigid than what I normally like. I prefer them to be a little bit more on the softer silicone side, so that if you do accidentally stab yourself, it's not too painful. These feel quite spiky, which is great for the lashes. And even there, it's building up a gorgeous lash, but you might have to be careful not to poke your eye out. Really liking this though. Like, it's really building up a lovely lash without me having to go over too much. Like, straight away, that's totally opened up the eye. So this is really, really nice. Again, I've no idea how long it'll last or whatever, but first impressions is are very, very positive. I'm not going to bother doing the bottom lashes, but I really, really like that mascara. Like, straight away, it's a lovely, lovely mascara. I really like the wand. I kind of knew I would when I saw it. Like I said, bristles are a bit hard, but really lovely mascara so far. Okay, so the last things I have to show you are the lip products, and I was sent 3 of their Twist Up matte lips, which I really like the look of because, first of all, the shape of the bullet is really interesting. It's kind of flat but angled, and it looks like it would be nice for application. Obviously, these won't keep the shape once you've been using them, but it's still nice to start off with. And I love that they're twist ups, because I showed in a recent video how I got one of the NYX, whatever you call them, the NYX, they're like lip creams, or they're lip, what do you call them? They're lip crayons. And I was like wondering how you would top it without, you know, your sharpener just eating all the product. So I really like that these twist up. And this is the colour, okay, we have Posh Peach number 52. We have number 56 Candy Store, which is this gorgeous pink, like bright, bright pink colour. And then for you nude lovers, we have the satin, or Naked, number 15 Naked. It says it has a satin soft feel. And this is that lovely kind of dusky pink nude colour. And those are going to be $13.50. And then I also got the Twist Up Gloss Sticks. One of the Twist Up Gloss Sticks, and this is in the colour Clear Nude. So it actually does look pretty nude on the hand. It doesn't like give much colour, so you could probably use it over any colour. And I think for the laugh, I'm just going to go, not for the laugh, but I think I'm just going to go for the crack, we'll say, for the Candy Store, the bright, bright pink. Now, I nearly always wear a lip liner, but I'll give it a go without today, just to see how we can apply it with the applicator. And you can actually definitely skip a lip pencil with that initially, like while it still has its shape. I'm sure after a while you won't be able to rely on that lovely kind of tapered shape, but for the minute it's really, really nice. So I'm really liking the feel of this. Very comfortable. It's not like one of those really, really dry mattes, like those retro mattes or anything like that, like the matte ones that drag the skin. It has, again, kind of a spongy feel, not dissimilar to the concealers. So that's really, really nice on. I'm not going to bother putting the gloss over because I like it as it is. So that's pretty much my whole face done. This is my IsaDora face. One thing I want to point out is as I've been doing the rest of the makeup, the concealer has been happily creasing away underneath the eye, so it'll definitely need to be set with a little bit of powder, but it's not bad by any means. So that's pretty much everything I have to show you today, bar the last 2 items, which are the nail varnishes. And I have the colour, what's it called? Classy Nude, number 220 on my nails with the top coat over it. These guys are going to be $8.25 and they're part of the Nude collection. Really lovely, perfect nude shade, like practically the same colour as my skin. So anyone who really loves a good nude colour off for their nails will love this. And these guys dried really, really quickly. It says to give 3 minutes. I decided to stick with it and see if it was long enough, and it was. So I went over with this after 3 minutes, and then it dried really, really quickly after applying these. So those are really, really nice. I have to say I'm a little bit of an IsaDora convert after this. Not that I didn't like them before. I just never really thought too hard about them before, because when I thought of IsaDora, I always thought of kind of old lady makeup, and I know that's a little bit mean, but I just remember the packaging from when I was a teenager, because they're around a long, long time. They always kind of seemed to be that kind of slightly older lady makeup, and I think they're kind of probably getting out of that as well. I think sometimes the visuals even though she's absolutely beautiful. I thought they were like a little bit safe, but in regards to the quality of the makeup, you cannot knock them. They're really, really nice products. I'm very, very impressed. And I think they're pretty easily available throughout the country as well. They're in a lot of like just random pharmacies. So definitely check those out if you get a chance. Like I said, I'm really, really impressed with a lot of those products, and I'm very happy to have gotten to play with them. So I'll leave a list of everything below anyhow, and possibly with timestamps as well. And let me know what you think about them and if you've tried them yourselves. So I'll leave it at that, guys. I will be pushing up an extra video this Sunday because the Shiv Stash video will be too long if I put it onto one big video. So I'm going to do half this Sunday and then half next Sunday. So you'll see that. And in the meantime, take care and I'll see you on then. So, guys.